Hello, everybody. It is Carrie Wilt, and I am back here live with you. I'm actually in the airport, so I'm going to try to do this. Hopefully, you can hear me above all of the announcements and things like that. But I wanted to just come to you this morning and share some more confessions, obsessions, and life lessons from this not so secret gardener. I'm committed to doing this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I am excited to be here. I'm in the airport. I am headed, my husband for my 45th birthday, which was in March, got me a trip to Jerome, Arizona, and I'm headed out for 3 days to go sit by myself and stare off at the red rocks and actually read my book, which I have all printed out from the beginning to the end, and start making a ton of edits. So I'm super excited about the weekend. But I wanted to get this live done before I got on the plane and the day got away from me. So hopefully you can hear me above all of these crazy things. The life lesson that I want to bring to you this today is something I learned over the weekend. I was privileged to be a part of a Lucky Star Art Camp pop-up in Round Top, Texas this weekend at the Wander Inn. It was amazing and just a great time to connect with old friends and make new ones as well. And the event started out with an exercise where they took us through like a meditation to kind of clear our heads, and then they asked us to start thinking about our tribe of friends, and whether we have them now or whether we're looking to develop a tribe of friends. They asked us to kind of think about what are the traits and what are the attributes of a good friend. Who do we gravitate? What do we like in a friend? And so they asked us to, as they read a bunch of different quotes, they asked us to, hey, Linnell, she was there this weekend. She knows what I'm talking about. Linnell, I'm talking about camp and the friendship exercise. So they read all of these quotes about women and friendship, and one of them just completely struck me as she read it. And while they're reading all of these quotes, they asked us to just kind of freestyle journal and write down things that come to us, but specifically those attributes of a friend. And they read this quote from Susan Kennedy from her book, Succulent Wild Women. And it goes, "The circle of women around us weave invisible nets of love that carry us when we are weak and sing with us when we are strong." And so they continued to write to give us all of these different quotes and let us journal. And as I started to journal, I saw this pattern emerging in how I was describing my friends. I am a lucky one. I am in a tribe of girlfriends. I venture to say better than anybody else's. I will say we nurture it. We have coffee every Thursday. We do all of those good things, but I have a really amazing group of girlfriends. And as I started to write down what they were, I was interested to see the dichotomy of what I wrote. And I wrote, they're funny, but they're not afraid to get serious. They're thick-skinned, but they're soft-hearted. They're confident, yet they're humble. And they're strong, but they're not afraid to show their weakness and lean on their friends when they need it. And there was something in that just spoke to me. And one of the things I want to ask you today is, are you trying so hard to be one of those that you're not allowing yourself to be a little bit of both? I feel like I've spent too much of my life trying to be the confident one, that I forget that the humble part is just as important. And I've wasted my time trying to be just one when really it's the in-between where I think the sweet spot for creating friendships, because there's something that happens in between that allows us to be vulnerable, and it just something lives there when we can be like, basically vulnerability lives in the in-between of funny and serious, right? And the in-between of confident and humble. And vulnerability lives in the strong and the weak. And in order to build lasting friendships, we have to be cracked open a little bit, and we have to find that vulnerable space, because that's when we really connect. And I just really want to challenge everybody out there to stop feeling like you need to be one or the other. You don't just have to be confident. You need to be confident and humble. You need to be strong and weak. It's a part of who we are. It's how we're made. And so many times we try to forget the part that we may have labeled as the weak side. But that's what makes us human, and that's what connects us to the people around us. It's not just the good big stuff. So I want to challenge you to really find comfort in that in between in order to go deeper with those friendships around you. And I have a feeling that it's something I need to work on some more, for sure. So everybody have a fabulous day. Find that in between, and I think it'll help for us all to connect a little bit deeper together. So I will see you next time from Jerome, Arizona on Wednesday. And until then, blessings and blooms from FHB and me.